Hello and welcome to day 122 of Dungeon23, the series where we make a room of a mega dungeon every day for a year. Today is going to be the first room where we introduce our red team. I decided to do a red team and a blue team because Team Fortress, and it's one of the greatest games ever made, with the best game ever made being Portal 2, but that's a discussion for another day. The skeletons, at least these basic red armored or armored red skeletons, very simple. They're basically just regular skeletons, but they have a bit more armor. They have armor of 16, identical to regular ones. I didn't even roll HP for them because that's going to be done in the moment, because they are identical to regular skeletons except for their armor. They still have short swords, they still have bows, they're pretty basic, only difference being that they're harder to hit because of their armor. Now, these guys aren't really hostile to the party, they just exist here, but a lot of the resources the party is going to need to push forward are going to be in supply chests and supply caches, and basically the resources that these red skeletons think they need to fight this war, when in reality it's an endless conflict that exists for the entertainment of a crazy wizard. These guys don't really have lives, they don't really matter. Their resources are basically meaningless to them, but they either don't know that or don't realize it or don't care. So if the party tries to help themselves to those resources, it's gonna piss off the rest of the skeletons. Now, the supply chest contains some basic supplies. It contains a whetstone, which is used for sharpening swords, keeping them nice and sharp. 3d6 plus 3 arrows, just kind of in the box. 2d4 replacement bowstrings. Now, obviously, your bow can get damaged through a variety of reasons, but you could also use them to set up a trip line, tie things together. Basically, they're just bowstrings. You could use them for anything that you'd use string for, but they are a bit stronger because, they're made to hold a lot of tension. It also contains a singular medicine kit, which is used for stabilizing creatures that are downed or returning some HP for the healer feat, but it only has 1d4 plus 2 uses left, so basically a maximum of 6, a minimum of 3 uses left. Because medicine kits, or rather healer's kits, but same thing, only have 10 uses before you basically run out of the gauze and the bandages and the antiseptic and all that crap that's in them. Once they're all used up, then you can't really use it anymore. Otherwise, you just basically have a pair of scissors and a needle that doesn't have any thread to stitch up wounds. It's essentially an empty first aid kit. But this guy isn't quite empty yet, so the party can get some use out of it. And as I said, the chest isn't really locked or secured, but if the skeletons see you taking their stuff, then they're going to be hostile. So your best bet's probably just to stealthily steal this stuff, or just kill these two guys, hide them somewhere, steal the supplies, and then move on, and hopefully the other skeletons don't notice. And that's basically the room. Just a simple room in the trench with some supplies and a optional combat, because most of the combat on this side is going to be optional, if for no reason other than the fact that the skeletons will just assume you're on their side because you're already on their side, geographically you're on their side, but also because you aren't wearing blue. Maybe if you're wearing blue, then they'll just attack you. I don't know, I don't really have that written down, but it's a good thing to keep in mind. So yeah, thanks for watching and or listening. If you want to see more, then like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. There's a little bell guy thing next to the subscribe button to turn on notifications. I don't know if that works or not. Give it a try or don't. Doesn't really matter, because you can always just come back tomorrow. These videos are a daily occurrence every day, same place, same time, until the end of the year. So yeah, I apologize for the poor quality. It's not gonna get any better.